Families of the Bondi terror attack victims have penned an open letter to Anthony Albanese demanding he establish a royal commission into the attacks. One of the victims was Reuven Morrison, and joining us live now is his daughter, Sheina Gutnik. Sheina, thank you so much for joining us, and we really appreciate you and your our condolences to you. It's very brave to be speaking to us today, and I can't even imagine how you're feeling. You describe your father as the second heroic bystander, and we've seen vision of your father hurling an object at one of the gunmen after he'd been disarmed by Ahmed Al-Ahmed. Do you mind just talking us through a little bit of what happened there?
Sure. So we don't have the exact full picture yet, but from what we understand, my father was down on the ground as the gunshots rang out. He saw that no one was doing anything and he jumped up right away. He stood the gunman down. He ran right across the grass area where the gunman was shooting point blank at everyone. We've had recounts from family and friends how they were terrified that they were going to be next, as they had dead bodies on either side of them, and next second they just see my father running past, rediverting the terrorist towards a bridge, saving their lives. He took 11 bullets. He saved so many lives in his moments of action, diverting the terrorist back to the bridge, taking those bullets for other people, truly dying in the way that he lived his life, standing up for what he believed was right and protecting others.
Just incredible. And I know that you wrote a very passionate statement. Part of it says that your dad loved, his love reached far and wide, and his impact on the world was quiet but absolutely immense. And you also wrote a man with humour and wit, but he also fled the USSR to live as a Jew without fear, to an Australia that welcomed him with open arms. We are reading, of course, about many of the families of the victims who passed, writing that open letter to the Prime Minister. What can you tell us?
Sorry, regarding...
About the letter to the Prime Minister asking many people...
Sure,
yeah.
Sure. Yeah. So, firstly, we want answers from the Prime Minister, and Australians deserve to know the truth. We, as Australians, were affected at the iconic Bondi Beach. This is a matter that affects all Australians. The deadliest terror attack in Australian history took place right here. It affects all Australians. This did not occur in a vacuum. We've been suffering for the last 2.5 years with the rise of anti-Semitism. We've been fearful in our homes, in our schools, in our sports fields, going out in public. As Jews, we have literally been under fire. And this is something that needs accountability and responsibility. We need to know how it occurred, and we need to ensure that this cannot occur again. Many lives were lost that Sunday, and we need to ensure that no lives can be taken again. And
how confident are you that the Prime Minister will respond the way you're hoping?
He must. He absolutely must. He owes it to the victim's family, and he owes it to Australia. He must.
We certainly have heard yourself and many people in the Jewish community saying that, unfortunately, this event was not surprising. Again, I cannot even express how you must be feeling. But again, with more having to be done, we're seeing as we head into New Year, the police presence will be ramped up. How are you feeling about that progress and the hate laws, the gun laws being put in place?
As much as that is happening, we need this to no longer be a threat. We need to not need to have security. We need there not to be armed guards outside our children's school. We need this threat eliminated, not just security thrown towards us.
And Sheina, for people that have that hate, or if people are anti-Semitic, what would you like to say to them?
In a world of AI, in a world of curated Instagram and social media algorithms where we're just continuously being fed information that we want to see, critical thinking is inherently as important as it is today. There's never been a time where we need to educate the next generation to tell the difference between good, between evil, between wrong, and between what's just, and a belief in a higher power.
Yeah, very well said, Sheina. Thank you so much, and our heart goes out to you. We really are thinking of you and appreciate you joining us this morning. Take care.
Thank you.